what's up? It's Autumn.
It's Katie.
And this is Seriously.
Seriously.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Hi. There's a lot happening.
Yeah.
In today.
Yeah, facts.
Your hair's very cute.
Thanks. So is yours.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. You cut it. Did you darken
I did.
it also?
So it's like the color I typically go to, but I think it's more dramatic since it's
very
shorter.
dramatic. Did you do your eyebrows as well? Because your eyebrows.
No, but do they look okay?
They do look great, but they just look like they're darker.
Oh no, they're just maybe I did them better today.
Oh. Well, it was National Brow Week.
I know. Well, the
day.
video, I got a little self-conscious. I was like, maybe I should just.
I feel very strongly about eyebrows.
I didn't know they made stencils for eyebrows.
Where have you been?
Girl, I don't know, but they were like, I thought about buying them, but then I was like, ooh.
No, don't do that.
Because I would do it.
You just need to get perfected at freehand.
And it would look like
it would look like a legit stencil.
It would look like a stencil.
Yeah.
They make sticker eyebrows?
That's dumb. I have mine microbladed.
I know. I think I want to do that.
You should absolutely do it. I know a girl that does fantastic work.
How long do they last?
These I have not had done in over
since
a
the
year.
last time you
because COVID is the devil.
But they look amazing.
I know. So you're supposed to get them touched up at least once a year.
Oh.
But I missed that appointment because
stupid COVID.
Been ridiculous.
Yeah.
And now that she's starting to take people again,
I'm
I
sure
just
she's
haven't
backed up too. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure she probably is, but I just haven't really.
Oh, they look fine. They look great.
Right?
Yeah. I'm
jelly.
I
mean, she's fantastic.
Worth it. And then they stay on in the water. I don't have to do them every morning.
Exactly.
Cool.
Because that was always really awkward. I'd go swimming and then have my eyebrows missing.
Hi.
And that was actually that's
true.
It was that. Yeah, that's not like a made up
true story.
That's actually things that happen.
True story.
Yeah. So,
fun.
You see my shirt that I have on?
Yeah, we already talked about it.
So my shirt is "Don't touch me, peasants." For those of you who cannot see it. Now, normally I make a point of wearing shirts that have very positive messages.
Yeah, no, this is literally the first like downtrodden and melancholy, hateful, anger-ridden. Yeah.
An elite.
Yeah. Well,
elitist. So uppity.
Backstory though, because on the way over here, I had to call you and tell you that I was Karen cut me off, and I did all sorts of hand gestures that are not appropriate for the children. Anyway. And she just acted like it was no big thing. So then I start clapping. I was giving her the thumbs up. I want to sign. I was like,
oh my God.
I don't know. I was getting like a Sharpie out. I was going to like.
You're ridiculous.
Brake check her a couple times. Look, I did. I finally, because then she was doing 96 miles an hour. But then I called you and I was like, right in the middle of that conversation, I was coming down from that. Yeah. And you're like, just wait till you see the shirt. And I was like, facts. That's the current mood.
This is where I am right now, where I'm legitimately like, get away from me, peasant. I don't know why I'm out of sorts.
I was going to say, did something
precipitate?
No,
I'm just out of sorts.
You're
I
just
don't know.
in
I just
space.
feel like today is like, and it's not even. It's crazy because today was actually a really good day,
and it's only like Tuesday. You have so much more to go in this week.
So much to look forward to this week.
It's not even halfway through.
I don't know what it is, but I'm legitimately in a space where I'm just like, get away from me, peasant.
You're like, please don't touch me.
Isn't that terrible?
Yeah, no,
I mean, nice
it's
at all.
No, but
so
we have it.
I hope you love and appreciate the shirt as much as I do. Listen, if you want to know what kind of mood I'm in, just look at the shirt.
Just read the words that are always on the front.
Am I in a sexy mood? Look at my shirt. Am I in a feisty mood? Am I
in a punch you in
the throat mood? Today is that day.
You're more of a temple puncher, so
I am.
Yeah.
So there's no telling what I might say on today's podcast.
Look, I'm just gonna scooch. I'm gonna take a couple more feet to the side so that I don't take one to the face on accident. Yeah.
I'm also out of sorts because we don't have headphones on today.
We don't. This is and as much as I was like, oh, this is gonna be great for me and my hair, this also feels a little insecure.
Exactly. You know why?
It's like a little safety net.
Because here's the thing. I don't know if this is terrible that I only feel comfortable when I can hear my own voice. When I can hear my voice in my own ears.
We must have some different headphones because, friend, okay, wow, what? I'm just spitting all over the place.
You know why? Because you don't have headphones.
Because I don't have headphones. But like, I don't hear my own voice.
Oh, that's weird.
Right?
Maybe your settings are wrong.
I don't even know.
We've gone through a whole season and now it's
the second one. Look, even last time,
it's like
nothing
because I can hear when I'm like too loud or I'm not loud. When I'm this,
I can just
when I sound sultry.
No,
I actually have never sounded sultry. I'm just making that up. But if I did, you would totally. I could hear it.
You could be able to hear it. It is weird. Yeah,
my hair is going that.
Yeah,
and it holds my hair back. See, I need. It's like, and it's my own fault. Because I was working out this week and like I'm, back to trying to get it together.
Yeah.
And I left my headphones in my locker. So then there was the whole like, do I want to drive and get the headphones, or do I just want to say F it and we're just going to wing it? And here we are.
Here we are. Sans headphones.
I don't know what this is going to be.
It's gonna be
like it because
I love it. Yeah, well, at least it's still crazy, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
You always have like this like
because look,
right here in front.
Time out.
Okay.
God bless my hairdresser. She is amazing, and I trust her implicitly. So I went into so I guess we can tie this into the funny story part of the show.
Okay.
Because I have two things. One's super quick. This one is super quick.
Okay.
I tell her, I walk in, I sit there. Well, I don't know. Usually you're like, chop. You got 15 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Shoot.
Get to the punch.
Hurry up. No, so I walk in, I sit down, I'm like, hey girl, so I want to do this.
Hey,
and
girl.
usually when I start off that way, she's like, no.
She goes, never go in there and say, hey girl, I want to look like Beyonce. And she's like,
I asked for extensions.
She's like,
so stop it. She goes,
stop it.
I'm like, so I know my hair is this length, but I'd like to add 4.5 feet of hair. Can we do that? She goes, you can leave. Like, you get out of the chair. No. She also watches from time to time. So, girl, I love you. Like, mad love. I told her I would move. If she ever moves, I'm going with her. She can never die. Like, there's a lot of stuff that has to happen because I'm never leaving.
4.5 feet of hair.
She goes, time out. First, if I did that, you'd be so mad. You would be so mad because I'm such a tomboy.
Would need a break.
I need like a pulley system to walk around. Have like click. Like, Autumn, give me a couple clicks. Click. So
yeah, that would totally weigh you down.
Well, and she also is like, it'll also be $5,000. So, we're not going to be doing that. So, and just for maintenance and like everything else. So she always keeps it real. She knows what I like. She knows I'm low maintenance. I barely shower. No, I'm just kidding. I shower every day. Let's be real. But I don't like to get ready. Like, I'm not a big fan of getting ready. Simple, easy. Let me just be what it is.
Yeah.
So I sit down in the chair.
Like a little pixie cut.
Girl, I said, she goes.
That's what you need, a pixie cut.
So I
you gotta do
that's
put
still
some water on it and just be like,
girl, I wish. Look, if I thought I could. So I did mention, could we just shave it off? Like I would rock it. Like I don't even give a crap at this point. I am 38.
You have a head for that.
Thank you. So I don't have the head for that.
Then why did
she goes, so I sit down. She goes, so I brought up two things. First was that because I'm like, I hate it. I'm so sick of my hair. Like I just want it to be gone. It's stupid. I go through these phases where half of it falls out. I got these weird sporadic little baby hairs that pop out and they can't do anything. I can't do anything with them.
They're
and I'm
cute.
like,
put some gel on it.
If it were only that easy. So then
Girl,
I said,
I need to get you some black girl gel.
Black girl
gel will slick that. I mean, listen, you won't be able to get your hair up from your scalp for the next 10 years.
I might be okay with
that.
I
actually might have some hair that's still gelled that I keep
from like 10 years ago.
When I was like 5.
Cool. I'm down to try anything at this point because this is unacceptable.
Yeah.
So I sit down. I'm like, so first off, can we shave it all off? She's like, no. She goes, you have a funky shaped head. I'm like, is that nice?
But it's true.
She goes, you have a shelf on the back of your head, and I went,
like they can hold up things.
What?
Like a shelf, like you.
Like a cup holder? What?
I've heard of like a shelf booty. I've never heard of a shelf head.
Allegedly, in the back of my head, the occiput area, if you will. I have a weird shaped head. She goes, you could never go.
Is that why you have to wear glasses?
Because I have a weird shaped head?
No, because of the occiput.
I do not like you for 5 minutes. We are not friends. We are done.
I'm sorry.
Who's going to take a punch to the temple? This guy.
Don't touch the peasant. I told you.
So she shoots that dream down.
Okay.
You got a shelf head.
She's a dream killer.
Fine, cool. Okay. Thanks,
Next.
friend.
Next,
I'm like, okay, well, can we bangs?
Okay, wait a minute. Did you ask for bangs last week? Because please tell me you asked for them in the 80s. Because you don't know. Ain't nobody cutting no damn bangs. Stop it.
Without missing, it's not even like nice anymore. Like in the beginning when we started our relationship, she was like, "Oh, da 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 da." And I'm like,
glad that she goes down.
She goes, "No,
no explanation.
No, just dead eye.
Listen,
in the face.
What's her
was
name?
like,
what's her name?
Brooke.
Thank you, Brooke. Thank you.
She goes,
you're a G, and we need you. We need more of you. You're a real one.
She's hardcore, but literally like
you're a real one, Brooke.
But she's the best person on the face of the planet. She goes, no. So what do you actually want? Because here's what we're not going to do. You're not going to shave your head. You don't get no bangs. We're just going to do something different. So we got a little side thing going on. We cut off like 4.5 inches and we dyed it dark brown. So I'm happy. Takes me 15 minutes in the morning to get ready.
She knows better than you, clearly.
Oh, absolutely. I do not know why I walk in with any suggestions anymore.
Bangs?
I show her pictures.
That was a dumb suggestion. You should have asked for Beyonce if you were asking for bangs. I'd have respected that more.
I even went a step so far as to like make the bangs with my current hair. I said, she goes, stop it. No.
Did you use a paper clip to like hold the front and to like so that it sits right on top of your eyebrow? What kind of bang was it? Was it like a fringe bang or was it like
just some bangs? I don't know.
Why would you want bangs?
I don't know, but she was like, you can buy them on Amazon, try them out, and then we'll talk. And I was like,
You know what? I think the only people who really look good in bangs,
really big foreheads.
Exactly.
Oh, I wasn't trying
or
to be
like
rude.
long foreheads.
Yeah,
I shouldn't say. Maybe
no, that's right. I think
big foreheads is not the right answer, but people who have long, and that makes sense. Like a long torso. What do you call
I would be
that?
like this much face if I had bangs.
Exactly. You would look ridiculous.
I would look scrunchy. I don't even know what drink this one is. It's peach tea. Peach tea, everybody.
Scrunchy. That might be an accurate description. Yes.
So she gave me...
Your forehead's too small.
She gave me the little baby side stuff.
Can you imagine? Your bangs would literally be 2 inches long. That would be the dumbest look of life.
For real. Gonna order some on Amazon. They're clip-ins, and we're gonna wear them on the next one. I promise you. No. And you're gonna be like, oh, did you get your bangs cut? And I'm like, oh, don't they look good? And then
you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna
rip them out of my face.
Stare at you. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna stare at you.
The entire episode. Yeah, so God bless you, Brooke.
Thank you.
You were literally a lifesaver.
Legit.
On so many levels.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you told her that I didn't have to. You did my job for me, so I appreciate you.
I probably should do better to run that kind of stuff by people before I go to her, so that way she doesn't have to worry about it. She's like,
she doesn't have to take up the banner?
Listen, shelf head. No, you can't have bangs. You can't have 4.5 feet of extra hair. You stupid. You can barely use a hairdryer. Get your life right. She knows. She knows.
Oh, was it 4.5 inches or 4.5? I thought you said.
I wanted 4.5 feet of hair. I wanted Beyonce length hair. And she said no. She goes, it's not the extensions that cost a whole lot. She goes, I can get you good hair for, not like $1 bazillion.
You need a
She
whooping.
goes, you ain't going to keep it. You'll come in looking like
you need a whooping.
She goes, come in looking like you got mange or something. You would not take care of it. I'm like, you know me so well.
I cannot even imagine right now. I'm crying because the image that's coming to my mind is like, when you're a kid and you put a towel on your head to make yourself have long hair. That's what I'm imagining you with right now. Like with a towel.
I'm sweating.
Towel, if you will, on your head.
She goes,
you're out of control.
We'll do anything but that. Anything but get you.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Oh Lord.
Thank you.
She's Louise. I needed that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It has lifted my spirits.
Are you going to go change or are we going to?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm going to keep rolling with this because I still am not feeling peasants today. But, we're going to stick with it.
So to stay in line, one last thing, and then I'm done, and it has nothing to do with my hair, but it was the other thing that happened today, which was funny and hilarious, because Mom, right?
Yeah.
My mom.
Yeah. Very
good woman, Christian lady, doesn't say a curse word to save her life. I said, hey, Mama, how you doing? Text her this morning. We do our once a day thing. She texts back. She goes, we're doing good. The girls and I got our flu shits today.
Oh, no. So and she probably was very upset by this.
So I immediately send back 6 lines of okay, and then I screenshot it and sent it to Dad because I thought he would get a kick out of it, which he did. Yeah, I said flu shits, Mom. I thought
she didn't mean that.
I know, but it was funny.
She's probably sweating, uncomfortable.
She was like, "Oh, I didn't mean to say it."
Yeah, she probably had like a little beat of sweat, like right here at her temple.
I even went another step, and I was like, "I'm also going to send this to Grandma," and she was like, "No." Yeah, so Mom, flu shits, they're real.
She's trying to be responsible and
cried.
Get
Hilarious.
herself together for flu season.
She got the flu shits instead.
Oh my God. I can't even take you right now. I can't even take you. Can I just real quick, because we're just talking about seasons and just where we are right now with things. And we're obviously not going to get into a whole political thing.
Oh God.
But it is obviously election season.
Real close.
And so I attempted to watch the presidential debate. I couldn't do it.
No,
I don't even want to talk about it.
Yep.
Okay, then the vice president.
Yeah.
Listen, when that fly landed on this dude's head, listen. Listen.
The gifts and the memes that have gone around since then are hilarious. But yes, did you?
First of all, I had to pause, like, because I'm watching it, and then I'm like, wait a minute.
That's a
so
fly.
you know how? Well, no, I didn't know what it was.
Oh.
So at first, because I had turned away from the TV, and then I turned back, and there was something on his head, and I was like, wait, what is it? And my eyesight ain't the best.
Yeah. So
I was like, let me. So then I got to rewind it back to see was it there before, and I just missed it. Maybe his barber clipped him, and he already had like a little ball.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So I had to rewind it back, and I was like, no, it's clearly not there. And then it is there.
Yeah.
So then I paused it, and I was like, this dude got a fly on his head. So
Legit
then I could not stop myself. And it's the dumb things, right?
Yeah.
It's the little thing. I could not stop laughing.
Oh, yeah.
I was laughing so hard. I couldn't even, I don't even know what the question was.
You're like, I don't care anymore. There's a fly on this dude's head.
Or what the non-answer was at that point.
You deserve that fly.
I literally just could not stop laughing. I was crying. I must have rewound it back just so I could see it like, not there, not there. It's just stupid. God. I'm taking screenshots of my TV.
Oh, my God.
Yo, that made my whole,
it
did. It made my whole
and then
entire
all the comedy of the memes and gifts that ensued.
Of everything that has come from
fantastic.
The internet is undefeated.
Oh, God. People are amazing.
They are amazing.
So amazing. So talented, so creative, and quick.
It doesn't take but a second.
There's like 1,000 and some memes out there with this dude's fly.
Are fodder for...
for everybody else's best laughs. Yes. Yeah. We appreciate you. Keep those coming.
Thank you. So
man. All right. Good stuff.
So, anyway, I haven't had that. Well, other than, like I said, I've obviously out of sorts. And so there may have been some good things that have happened since when we were here together, but I can't think of anything because my mind is just refusing to be
that's fair.
Pleasant.
Yeah. Well, if they pop up, we're here for you.
I appreciate it. Yeah. They probably won't.
Yeah. Seems right.
Seems legit.
Seems smart. All right.
So, this week, actually, I was looking through some Instagram, just, you know what I mean? Like, just looking through my Instagram feed. And, people like to post a lot of memes and which, I have a love-hate relationship.
As long as they're not expressing their true heartfelt emotions with said memes.
Exactly. I get very, very angry.
Subliminally trying to tell you something.
Just talk to me. Okay. So
let's have a convo.
Yeah. So I'm seeing these memes and stuff like that. And this guy that I follow, he's a poet. And he posted a meme that was basically to the effect of a woman who's kind of driving her own life or doing her own thing, cannot be stopped. Don't put the brakes on your life. You don't need anything or anybody to, just to propel you. And it made me think for a second at how we always kind of tell women that, or we tell ourselves that. But then so many of us are single.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be funny. Like, I'm being like dead serious. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I stopped for a second. I looked at it and I said, a lot of these women, these types of women who are driving their own lives, who are successful, who are doing their own thing, living their best life, are alone.
Yeah. And
if you ask them, that's like the one thing that they feel like is missing from their life, or that they are in search of, or that they feel like would make their life complete. And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then you out here seeing these chicks that got like $9 million worth of debt.
Yeah.
That are like, you know what I mean? Got 50 kids that need to be taken care of. Like, just, you know what I mean? Yeah. Life is a struggle, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And they got like 5, 6, 7 boyfriends and a dude on the side.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? You're like, what is happening right now?
Yeah.
Jesus? So it made me think, what is going on? You know what I mean? Like, why
what's the
is
shift?
that?
Where's the rift?
Right.
Yeah.
What is happening there that these women that you would think would be prime candidates, right? Who would be a catch, if you will.
Yeah.
Why are so many of them single? And I'm speaking even just in my circle. I have a lot of friends, and before we even go there of, maybe she's not cute. like I legitimately like attract, like I have
Yeah.
a lot of really attractive friends, both inside and out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who own their own homes, you know, own their own cars, have careers, education. You know, some of them still don't have children.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As far as like looking, and not that having kids is a bad thing. I have kids. You know what I mean? I'm saying I don't have kids, but I'm just saying. So they like check all these boxes, if you will. They got their own benefits.
Yeah.
You know, got their own retirement.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't truly need anything from anybody else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they're literally coming as got their own friends, their own interests. They travel. I travel. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's like you would think that if you're talking, when you talk to men, they're like, oh, this is the kind of woman I want. Well, there's like 50 of them standing here, and you pick the chick that can't make her rent next month.
Yeah.
Why is that? And that's not to say that she don't have nothing to offer, but I'm just saying all things being equal.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we posted it on our Facebook page and or I'm sorry, not Facebook. Instagram, thank you. And somebody had written back and said that she thought that perhaps, in her opinion, that it was because men have been basically kind of trained or conditioned as a part of malehood, as part of manhood, to be that provider and protector, and that's the space that they feel comfortable in.
Yeah.
And so I guess in essence that there is a competition between a woman's success and a man's ability to feel like a man. And that's what's keeping that rift there, which I'm like, yo, that's deep. Because if that's the thing, like the boat has sank. What do you do from there?
Yeah.
Like then it puts you in a situation of literally a woman having to choose between having a partner or being successful
and having her
which
goals
is
met.
Like that can't be the thing.
Yeah.
But is it the thing?
Have you talked to other friends in the same position that have offered you? I'm literally not in this position. That's why I'm asking.
You mean I'm like, well, Joe, I'm just saying. I'm talking to you.
Yeah,
bro.
I know you're talking about. I just mean from a perspective. I think that if there's anything else that they can offer from that same kind of idea, like, okay, you feel some kind of way too, but like, what do these other friends that are in similar spaces feel like? Have you talked to them?
I don't know. They just like
or giving you a reason, or
you know what? What it always comes back to is this whole idea of being intimidating.
Okay.
And because I have gotten that a lot. I've gotten people who are like, oh my God, you're this, you're that, you're such a, you're so this, you're doing all these incredible things, and you're just very intimidating. I'm like, intimidating in what way?
Yeah.
Because here's a lot of things, and I will say this. There's been times that I have literally purposely not talked about my accomplishments.
Yeah.
Or even mentioned, like, I don't know, the size of my house, or just different
whatever.
things like that.
Yeah, any of the stuff
as to not be overwhelming to somebody, which is like, it's insane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's almost like this feeling of like you're bragging.
Yeah.
Or you're which is making somebody else, and by somebody else I mean making this man feel uncomfortable. And I don't know. And it seems like it's more times than not, right? So yeah, there's always going to be exceptions to the rule, right? There's always going to be that one unicorn, or these this little herd. Do unicorns travel in herds?
Herd. Got it. I would assume. I don't.
A gaggle. I don't know. A gaggle of unicorns.
A school of unicorns.
A school? What do you call them exactly?
I don't think there's probably a word for it.
Probably.
Somebody will tell us.
But anyway, that group.
That group.
There's probably a small group of men, right, who are truly, genuinely like, yo, I'm excited. And then you have the kind that are like opportunist.
Yeah.
Right? So they're like, oh yeah, I totally love women who are like that because I don't have to work this hard, right?
Yeah.
But I'm talking about someone who's legitimately as an equal partner, who he's doing just as much, working just as hard. And here he goes back to this, because I get away from.
I've got a list of comments coming up.
Yeah. Can I get away from this man gotta make equal money and all this other stuff? Okay, but I'm just saying, so this man is just as successful, and him saying, I legitimately want this woman who's just as successful, and I'm not threatened by that at all. I support her, I rally for her, I encourage her, I push her, in her dreams and in her things, and she does the same thing, vice versa.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's in theory, that should be legitimately the goal. Like that should be the idea. But in reality, that's not what's happening. And Why?
So let me pose a few questions here.
Gee, okay.
Because it's only fair to give you the other side of the coin.
It's fair. Yes. Okay.
It's only fair.
Is this? I feel like I'm getting ready to be attacked.
No, but it is going to be real. Like,
okay,
I'm not gonna,
good.
Yeah,
okay.
Because I don't want to sit here and just agree with you to agree with you.
No, you
so
shouldn't.
that's yeah.
I mean,
anyway.
I'm asking you. Come on, don't.
I'm afraid of the shirt.
Don't touch me.
I don't want to get hit in the face.
What do you want?
Anyway, what do you want?
Yeah,
what do you want?
Say something.
So a couple things. One, when we talk about success, that can mean a lot of things for a lot of people, right? So it doesn't necessarily mean monetary. It doesn't necessarily mean your job or your career. Some people are completely are completely happy and fulfilled with doing a very different life or walking a very different path.
Correct.
i.e., somebody who is thriving on selfless acts. Yes, whatever the case may be.
A nomad.
Yeah, somebody who's in a space where they want to give instead of receive, or they want to do their life. Listen, don't look.
I feel like
this is going to build. This is going to build to the next step because I feel what a lot of the women might be thinking or saying, and a lot of the men might be thinking or saying, is it comes down to competition with one another. You guys have very similar goals, drives, things, passions, desires. That doesn't always work. It doesn't always work to have the same thing that both of us want. Now we're competing for the same thing.
Okay.
Now you and I are in the same space where now we're going after the same things, and one of us is going to get it and one of us isn't necessarily. There's always that possibility.
Okay.
So I think first we need to kind of look at and define what success means to somebody and what you as a woman are looking for in a partner. Do you want somebody who has the same desires, same goals, as far as you want them to have this type of career, or you want them to make this amount of money? I'm not trying to make it superficial.
No. But hold up, because this isn't really about what I want as much as what he wants. Right. That's what I'm saying.
But part of that comes down to what you're willing to let into your life, also.
No, hold up.
Right. Why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be?
Because if first of all, because you're saying let into my life as in maybe my standards are too high?
No. Let into your life as in who are you looking for as a partner? If these people exist, but what does that look like for you? First and foremost, if you're able to...
I'll take the ice cream.
I cannot with you. As long as he's got a car.
As long as he got a car, pick me up on a date. So we can make rent next month.
As long as he doesn't Uber to your house, I cannot. No,
I am totally because here's the reality of it. I think women bend their standards a lot.
Oh yeah.
To try to accommodate and say, for partnership, right? Like they are willing to compromise on looks.
Right.
They're willing to compromise on, whatever, your house, all these different things where men are not. That's what I'm saying. On the other side, it feels like men are not willing to make those compromises, which is a side note, not really what we were talking about here, but just throwing that out there. But what I'm saying is, what is it about a woman's strength? That's what I'm saying. It's like it's a thing of, and because here's the thing about it, and I do feel personally attacked.
Oh my God.
Not from you.
I was gonna
from
say.
life in general, from this whole scenario.
Right.
Because I feel like I'm in a situation just through life and circumstances that I had to walk along. Like I had to do what I had to do.
Yeah.
Right? If somebody ain't there, these kids gotta eat.
Yeah.
So I gotta go to work.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If I want to have a certain lifestyle, there's no such thing as just sitting by and twirling my fingers and hoping that somebody shows up to show me certain things.
Right.
No, I'm gonna go out there and get those things.
Yeah.
Right. So if I'm here and I want my life to look a certain way, and I'm the only one that's standing in the room, then I'm the only one that's going to be able to make those things come to pass. Right. So that's ambition. Right. That's resolve. That's perseverance. That's hard work. That's all of those different things that in a man are attractive.
Yeah.
That in a man are, things that people would pat him on the back and be like, oh my God, he's so this and that and the other.
Right.
In a woman, she's got all these male traits. Oh my, she's too manly. She's too, hard.
Aggressive, intimidating.
Too
all the
aggressive,
good
intimidating.
all the adjectives.
And I always get that.
Yeah.
Intimidating. And
you've asked me that several times.
Right.
Yeah.
And I go, what about me is intimidating?
Yeah.
Because I think I'm a very approachable, friendly, loving, generous kind. I laugh. I'm always joking and smiling with people. And I'm like, what about me is intimidating? And they're like, just that you don't, you don't take anything from anywhere, that you speak your mind or this, that. And I'm like, and that's a bad thing. Like you would prefer a woman who's would let you talk to her crazy, or you would prefer a woman who is needy?
Yeah.
And what is going on with our men?
Well, let me.
That's the
that's okay.
That's where we are right now.
That's what they're looking for.
Men, that's what they need.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have
you asked any males?
Oh my God, I do ask men, and they're like, "Oh my God, you're so cool, but you're so intimidating." What does that mean?
Because that's not fair, right? Like,
it's
to just put a name on it. Yeah, what does that mean to them?
That's what I've asked. I said, how does that translate? And they just say, well, you have a big personality. You speak your mind, and you're confrontational.
Okay.
And I said, what does that mean, confrontational?
Yeah, because confrontational is a loaded friggin' word.
Right. Confrontational to me is, I will drop you in the street for no reason.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
That means you come to me and we can't have a conversation. That's what confrontational to me
means. Or then I come
up to you and listen
to
me when I come to you with something.
And I'm like, Katie.
What
you say about me last week?
Yeah.
So I heard what you was saying. To me, that's confrontation.
Yeah.
Right?
Already in a aggressive, defensive stance. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Not confronting an issue. Dear God.
Yeah, well, that's not okay.
But yes, I am a person that will confront an issue.
When I see this, then we're going to talk about it. Yeah, that shouldn't be something we don't.
But not in a aggressive way.
No.
Not in a, I'm getting ready to beat you down way. Yeah. But just in a, hey, let's sit down and can we talk about this? Because X and Y and Z happened, or I feel like this, or you felt this way, or there's clearly an issue. Can we work this out?
Can we get to a space where
how is that making me confrontational and intimidating?
Yeah.
So it's like, again, it's this thing of a lot of women feeling like there has to be these compromises of just the better parts of yourself. And here's the thing, it's like, I have look, y'all. I have zero desire to be a man, right? Like zero.
Yeah.
Desire to be a man. So I don't want to be in competition with you.
Right.
In fact, I'd like to sit the hell down and let you do some of this manly work.
I'd like to be quite honest. I'd like to just chill for a little bit.
I don't want to do the lawn. Look, now I'm getting ready to get real traditional and like these old school. I don't want to cut the grass. I don't want to take this trash out. No, but I mean, I like seriously, just that strength or that kind of, men obviously have testosterone running through their body, right? And so I don't have a desire to walk in that space.
Right.
I don't even want to know what it's like to walk in that space. That's what you're there for.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, no. But I certainly can be a partner and an ally and a helpmate for you. But that seems to be the exact opposite of what men want.
So outside of intimidating and confrontational,
oh God,
when you've had,
how'd you get your husband? Were you sugar and sweet? Were you like,
well, I think in any relationship,
did you only talk about flowers?
And just the good stuff.
And the cookies you were baking. Was that all you talked about?
I brought her cookies. That's why she's being rude right now. It's fine. It's fine.
Don't touch me, peasant.
It's fine. She's gonna be ugly because I brought her cookies.
I'm not being ugly.
No. I'm just, well, I think that it's twofold. My husband is super supportive, regardless of what my dreams and goals are. He is the unicorn. You know what I mean? And not to be sappy. Not to be sappy. You should. You should. Foot and mouth. Here we go. So anyway, it's never a question of, no, you can't do that. Right. It's always a conversation about how can we get you there. Okay. And that's for both of us, right? It's not just for me. But if I'm like, for instance, my education right now, doesn't matter to him how much it costs, what we're going to go through to get there. We're going to get there. What do we need to do to get you there? Because that's your dream and your goal. That's support. I think when you look at men as a whole, that's really hard to do.
Okay, so let me back up for a second. So when you, and this is in all honesty, do you feel like your husband has that kind of traditional, and I say traditional, not like as in, everybody, but I mean traditional as in societal, like when we think about, let's put it that way.
As far as our roles?
Yeah, as far as roles. Do you think that he has that traditional kind of personality or just kind of, you know what I mean? Like, do you feel like he, in general, aside from you or marriage or any of those things, do you think that he is that type of male?
No. No. Yeah, no, I don't think so at all. I think he and I are both very successful outside of the home. Mm-hmm. And I think that it's never been a competition. We never viewed it as such. But if we've had individual goals or different things that we've wanted to go after, we kind of tackle that as a team, that same mentality that you're looking for. We do that. You know, it's never been, oh, I'm going to go do this over here. Don't care what you want to do or how you're feeling about it. Sorry about your luck. I'm still going to go do it. It's never been that way. It's always been a team effort. And that has played out really well for the two of us as far as being able to be there for each other. I think when you look at it from other relationship perspectives and other relationships that I've had,
I'm sorry. And
go ahead.
Because I don't want you to move away from that point. Because I just want to ask you this. So here, and because, you know, I have the kind of a bit of force, like that I was here in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
So you guys kind of moved through success, if you will, together.
Yes.
Do you think that this would be different if he had met you and you were in a different success bracket, if you would, like that, you know what I mean? That you had done and accomplished all these. I think it's very different when we're moving through things together because there's other things that are forming.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about, I'm just meeting you day one and you are like, got all these things.
Yeah.
Do you think that it would have been the same?
For him and I think so. I also want to put this in here too, because you and I are very different from where we've come from. I've not walked the same walk that you have. I have absolutely approached relationships unhealthily with regard to how I made myself be and present myself. I did play down. I did be the, oh, woe is me. I'm the little helpless female. Come take care of me. That worked. And it worked to get very superficial relationships. But, and that was my self-worth. That was something even deeper than where we're going today with this episode. But I think that also.
Is it?
Well, I think that the self-worth thing,
because if you,
I think it ties in here.
Okay,
yeah, absolutely.
So if you're being honest, is that the approach that you took with him?
No, not with him.
Because here's the thing. That's the approach that I took with my ex-husband. And not that I took it on purpose, aside from the fact that that's the space that I was in.
Right.
So in the space that I was in, which again ties into this, in the space that I was in, I was extremely broken.
Yeah.
I had come out of a very bad, mentally, emotionally, verbally abusive, financially abusive situation. So I was very beat down. I met my ex-husband and he liked that. He didn't like obviously that I was in a bad space, but he liked the ability to take care of me. He liked that. And the minute that my success got to a certain degree, it became a problem.
Yeah.
The minute I became, the Autumn that you see today, right? Yeah. Which is who I naturally am.
Right.
I was in a space I was knocked down for a second.
Oh yeah.
But that's not
who you.
That's not who I truly am.
Yeah.
Right. So the minute when I got back to myself, he was like, "Oh, this is the bait and switch.
Yeah.
This is not.
This is the bait and switch."
He did. He was like, "Yo, I thought I was getting."
He was like, "Whoa.
Betty Crocker, I'm up here with freaking Angela Davis, military. What are you doing?" But seriously. Right?
Yeah.
But then it made me feel like being myself was wrong or bad, right? That I had to, he didn't like me.
Right.
He didn't like this person. So because this version of myself was too much.
Yeah.
Right? But that's what I'm saying, that men tend to flock to or want to be with those.
Save you. Yeah.
So that's why I'm asking you, not that there's anything wrong with not that there was anything, but to say, do you think that there was some of that in the beginning and the meeting of you, that was an attraction for him?
I think that that was never like a big thing in the beginning or any part of the relationship as it progressed, as far as like, I need you to take care of me.
Yeah.
I think it was more the connection of just being connected. It wasn't so much that I was like, oh, can you come help me? And in the sense of the very material things, and I don't mean material in a superficial sense. I just mean the material things that you and I can see and that are tangible. I think
that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying brokenness. Because people can sense when you are broken. Were you broken? I
think I was broken for the better part of a decade. Yeah, I think that's part of it. But I don't know. I'm trying to look back and think, like, were there any deep moving conversations? Not, and I mean it from a sense of just like, what was that the attraction? I don't think that was ever really talked about really early on. Like, we didn't talk about the deep stuff, which I'm pretty sure we probably should have, but like we never really had those conversations in the very beginning.
So, I guess what I'm what I'm trying to get to is to say, like, you can sense when somebody is in a space about things, even when they don't say it, right?
Yeah.
Like, I can tell if you're sad. You don't have to come right out and say to me, I'm sad. Like, I can tell.
I gotta wear a shirt with letters on.
Yeah, they gotta wear a shirt that says I'm sad today.
My emotional shirt.
I have it on my sleeve. Like, right? So you can sense, and this is how women get took by con artists, right? That they can sense just by certain things that they accept, that they say, that they do, that how they compromise in different ways. They don't have to come right out and say, I'm broken and needy. Everything that you are doing and saying and whatever else is showing me that. And that's what I'm saying.
It's always a possibility. Yeah, I guess it could have been. I can't like sit here and go, oh yeah, that was the reason why we're together.
I don't mean that was the reason.
Right. It's literally how it sounds. I'm just saying.
I don't mean that that's the reason that you guys are together.
I get it. But like the attraction in the beginning, why it worked initially for that. Yeah, I think it would take a lot more of going back and really digging through. I'm sure it played a part. I mean, I was in a shit-ass space. Oh, we absolutely will now, because thank you. Was in a shit-ass space when he and I got together. Yeah. I'm surprised it worked. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that it's lasted. And I think as we've progressed, that he is definitely one of those men that is not typical of like, okay, so now you're starting to do these things and you have these other goals and these dreams. We need to keep you in this box. It's not, And,
okay.
Oh my goodness. Coffee came up my nose. That was gross. Anyway, it's never really been like that.
Yeah.
It's always been, how do we get each other there? Yeah. And I think that has been really what has been the tell for the entire relationship. But back to what you were saying, because I want to touch on that again with the, like when you interact with somebody for the first time, or like you're getting to know somebody, or you're just
getting to know you,
or just like attracting people outside of just a superficial level, right? When you've had conversations with other females that are in like around the same topic about, being very successful, being goal driven oriented, but also at its core, being okay with who you are. Yeah. Because outside of all the other stuff, if you're not okay with who you are, all the other stuff doesn't even matter.
Well, yeah.
And that'll be playing out later on at some point. When you have those conversations, what are some of the things that their experiences have brought? Like, what have they got any explanations from other relationships, men? Like, what outside of intimidating and confrontational? Like, I feel like it's just a cop out.
But it's not, because I think that that's the closest thing that men can like put their finger on
without going any deeper,
without even here's the thing, it's like I don't even know if it's even a conscious thing. I don't think, because when you talk to men and you ask them what do you want, they list all these things. Oh my God, I want a woman that's beautiful, that's that's smart, that's independent,
career,
got the head on her shoulders, making good money, has her own friends. Like when you talk to men, that's what they say they want. But then you look at the reality of life, and all of these women are single.
Different. Yeah.
All these women are single. And so you're like, okay, well, if that's what you genuinely want, then why? Or when that man gets with that woman, he's there with her for like, he's like, I can't take this. And then he goes off, and then the woman that he ends up getting with is the one who can't make her rent next month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The one who's broken, the one who's like, whatever. And it's like, again, what is that? To me, it's like this subconscious, this unconscious thing of, what are you? Is it truly instinctual?
Yeah,
because then do women like myself, and here's the thing, is like, I don't want to say have to change ourselves, because that's not what I'm saying at all. No. But change our approach, in the sense that if a man is not going to be able to feel comfortable or respond to a woman who doesn't have the ability to be soft in this area, or kind of, curb certain things, then is that what needs to happen? And if it is, like, what is that thing?
Yeah. And why?
And why? Like, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, because otherwise
that's still a compromise on your part to be something and be different in a way that doesn't suit you.
I don't know. It's like compromise to be something I'm not, but like, to get my foot in the door.
Yeah, but even still, why should you have to do that?
Then I can hit him with the whammy once I get in there.
Bam, bam.
I'm like,
guess what? Yeah.
As soon as I get in the door, I'm like, hi.
Just kidding.
No, you know what I mean? Like,
and that's not good either. But I think when you talk about, why do they feel that way? I think between, societal norms that we've created, go from the typical run-of-the-mill male-female roles in our current society, which is always changing, you know. I think, and I literally cannot speak for a man. I guess that's the hard part here. And maybe we'll get somebody on here to
You don't have a wingus, so I didn't expect
a wingus.
A wingus. AKA a penis.
Even still, I cannot with you. A wingus. Did not see that one coming.
You're welcome.
Not see that one
You're
coming.
welcome. That's what I.
Yeah. No, I know. I don't know why I didn't.
What my kids
wingus.
When they were little, yeah.
That's fair.
Go put your wingus away. Because you don't want to be in the grocery.
The grocery store.
That's weird.
Put your wingus away. We're in the frozen food section. I'm looking at baked beans. Put your wingus away. I can see this happening.
Because you know my children.
I'm trying to get asparagus. Put your wingus away.
Nobody wants to see your wingus.
At the supermarket.
At the supermarket.
That got out of control. That got out of control.
Very crazy turn. It was surprising.
Oh, I have tears.
Okay,
that's
so do I. That's awkward.
Yep.
So many levels.
The wingus. So I don't have one. Yeah.
So I mean, I get it that you don't have testosterone running through your body, but I'm just saying you also have girlfriends who are married, those who are not. You yourself have been single and not, and you know what I mean? Just you know.
Yeah.
You have friends and you know what I mean? Whatever. And I'm just saying, like, that's just something that I honestly feel like this is a battle for successful women.
When you look at your past relationships, and I don't even like not the little fleeting whatever, but like your committed relationships, and outside of the marriage, obviously, because you know what that we've talked about that a little bit here. When you look back, were the men in those relationships similar in mindset, or was there something
similar to me?
Yeah. And if not,
I've dated all kinds of men, right?
I know. So the stories are great.
Wow. Okay, that was.
Oh, I love it when you call and you're like, "Hey," and then it's fantastic.
So I've dated men who were the exact opposite.
On purpose?
Not even on purpose. I think it's one of those things that you tend to a lot of times. You will gravitate towards individuals that have the thing that you are missing.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So I tended to, which is going to sound really...
A car.
No, this is going to... I hate you. This is going to sound really terrible. I tended to gravitate towards men who were stable and very low key. And I say stable and not... I don't mean like I was unstable mentally or emotionally. I mean stable, but in their...
world?
In their world, right? Like they just are very...
Not a lot of ish going on.
They go to work, they come home, they relax, they chill, they're not trying to do a whole bunch, they're not trying to... Because my life was so chaotic and I'm all over the place, I'm doing this, that, and the other, da, da, da. So it was nice to have that kind of stability.
Yeah.
Men who were very kind of cautious because I tend to be more of a risk taker.
Right.
So, you know, it was like, I was... trying to find that balance, you know what I mean? That yin and yang, right? So I did date men that were along that line. I've also dated men who were extremely ambitious and well-read and educated and, you know what I mean, doing a lot of different things. And maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just...
It's a strong possibility.
Damn it. I am the common denominator.
It just became a therapy session.
It did.
The aha moment, ladies and gentlemen.
Got 50 minutes into this episode for me to find out that I suck.
Oh my God, no. No.
I don't think I know.
I need Kate to put a light bulb over that moment, over her head. Please and thank you.
Listen,
it'd be amazing.
I'm not, no, I just, to say that what it really honestly, like, it was just coming down, and I think honestly what it was is that on my end of choosing men, that out of my brokenness, whatever that brokenness was in that moment, right?
Season, yeah.
So that was why I think that it failed. Not necessarily because it was like I'm a terrible human being, but because
nobody said that.
No, but because it just was bound not to last, right? Because once that brokenness got fixed,
right,
then you're no longer relevant,
right,
which is terrible. And I don't
doesn't mean it like that. Doesn't mean it like that. It came out of your mouth.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It made sense for the moment. And then when the moment was
you
done,
had to learn something.
Then you moved on, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I guess I'm saying with that. But now I think I'm in a space obviously for the first time in my life where everything else has come together. Like I know who I am. I'm in a good space. I, just the tangible outside things are good. And so are the inside things are good.
Yeah.
And, but then, you're met with this, and it's not just me,
I get it.
But that's what I'm saying. I know so many women. I see so many women who are doing incredible things, absolutely incredible things, and are single.
Yeah.
And not because they genuinely have this idea or this thought process of, I don't need no man. You know what I mean? Like, they're walking around like that.
They know what they want.
They know what they want.
That's the good part.
Yeah.
I think
but that dude is like, hello?
Where are you?
Is it me
Where are
you're looking for?
All right, Lionel.
Yeah. Yes, sir. It is you I'm looking for. It is. Where are you?
Yeah.
Where's Waldo?
I think it's probably a mixture of things too. And I think it would absolutely benefit us and the conversation to have a man.
I had a man. Listen, I had a man over here the other day.
Did
totally
you ask? No?
I did ask.
Oh.
No, I wanted to make it clear that I did not have a man over here the other day for any other reason. Just because we're friends and hanging out.
Yeah. Good. Anyway.
Okay. Anyway, I did ask him. I did. And he stuttered and stammered over the answer. He himself could not figure it out. He's like, well, I just feel like maybe it's a platypus.
What?
Spaghetti sauce on a noodle. That's how the answer came out. Of a bunch of nonsense that made no sense.
Just be real,
and that's probably why I'm by myself, because that's how I talk about men. Yeah, your answer was nonsense.
Was he also 86? What was that noise?
No.
That was incredible.
Yeah.
Yo.
A platypus on a spaghetti sauce noodle. He's an 80-year-old man from Alabama.
Did he have
I don't know. He might have.
I cannot. Well, I think
and he was wearing a fedora. It's weird.
A fedora. I have a complete mental picture now.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. An Argyle sweater.
taking it to the next step there. That's good. Appreciate you.
Sorry.
So I think still going.
Slacks.
Oh, slacks. Not even pants. Slacks.
Crease.
Whoa, the front crease.
The front
crease has to be the front crease.
Okay.
Anyway, I also think there's some level of that, like, I don't know that we're going to get an honest opinion from somebody unless we can really, truly find a man that's going to give us that kind of, I think he was trying to be nice is what it sounds like. He was trying to placate. You know what I mean?
No, I think he legitimately didn't know. Because we're friends. Like, he wasn't trying. It wasn't like, I don't want to tell her this answer because I'm going to mess up my shot.
No. I just mean like he just didn't want to be rude, like in that moment.
Trust me. He's rude.
Okay.
He's
well,
rude
then maybe he's not that kind of guy. Maybe
he's rude as hell.
Maybe he's not.
I got a bunch of rude ass male friends. Damn. They don't care about
maybe that's part of the problem.
That is part of the problem.
Maybe too, though. I don't know that they may have the answer either.
No, but Jesus, because intimidating. You have the answer
because intimidating, confrontational are just adjectives when it comes down to it. We're just describing shit at this point. Like, no, what does that mean to you? What does that bring up for you, either from your past relationships, your version of what a female should look like or be, or what a relationship should look like and be, and who you lying to? Because at this end of the day, like if this perfection doesn't exist. That's the whole beauty of this. We are imperfectly perfect, right? We're just doing our thing. We learn and we grow with every experience and moment that we have with each other. That's part of life. So as far as like, this is going to be this way and this is going to be, if you can't isolate and pinpoint, you need to do better than intimidating and confrontational. There has to be more to that. Well, I don't accept that. I don't own it. And I'm mad now. Okay.
Well,
Gotta sit over here.
First of all, nobody said that about you.
I'm mad. I'm mad for you. I am mad for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you should be mad for me. But you know what I mean? Here's the thing. This is going to be really sad. I've heard this from my mom. She's like, you're so hard.
But what does that mean?
I don't know. That's what I've said. It's like, I need you to tell me
when
exactly.
Give me an example.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm not being ignorant.
I'm saying like this.
I love you, Mom.
Because there's certain things that I just don't subscribe to.
Tolerate?
Yeah.
But
I don't think that's, and it's not like I don't subscribe or tolerate your imperfections and your mistake
Basically, you suck.
Look, your mistake
Your mistake making. I'm keeping a list. I have a journal.
Perfection or nothing. Like, no. You know what I mean? I am willing to have, in fact, I probably, when I am in a space that I'm rocking with you.
Yeah.
Like I am legitimately ride or die.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To the point of, and when I say die, I mean to the point of, death of certain things within myself for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I have been that woman and I am that woman when like loyalty is everything.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I don't know what that means exactly to be like, you're hard or there's certain things that just, again, because there's just some stuff I'm not going for. And it has nothing to do with you as much as I need my life to look a certain way. And that ain't it.
Right.
You want to come in here with this nonsense, then there's no reason for us to sit down and have 50 conversations about some stuff. There's no reason. Like you grow. I don't need to re-raise you. You grown. That's clearly okay.
Yeah, right.
That's okay in your life. It's not okay in mine.
Right.
So now I just got to be like, that's it. Bye. Sorry.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. This is going to be hard, and then I'm going to bring up another thing that's going to be super hard.
Oh, so hard.
I'm just preparing you for everything to come.
Go ahead.
Yeah. All right.
Listening.
I like that you're meditating at this point. This is great.
Trying to get myself
3
together.
deep cleansing breaths. No. So what's the difference between compromise and saying no to like what you're absolutely, because you talked about a lot of stuff, right? Like outside of boundaries, outside of like ethical stuff. Like okay, right? Say we're talking about something that this person brings up in that moment when they point out to you that you're being intimidating or confrontational. Yeah. How do you approach that so that you either can reflect and take it in and be like, okay, maybe I was being some kind of way or I'm not.
Yeah.
And still be loving and compassionate for that person. And I don't mean it like you got to change or soften or do whatever.
No, I know what you're saying.
But maybe that's part of it. Maybe in those moments when people don't feel comfortable going, hey, look, the way that we just interacted was very harsh.
Yeah.
And I felt this way about it.
Yeah.
If that's not how you intended it for it to go, can you rephrase it so that I can understand it better? Because I do want to understand you. Now, that's some very grown-ass shit. Let me just say that right now.
Because, and men are not doing that.
Because,
so there's that.
Neither are 90% of the human race.
Yeah,
but let's just be real.
True. So here's the thing. A lot of time, I will say this about myself. If I said it, I meant it.
Right.
Like for the most part, right?
Okay.
Like let's just we're like, like if I said it, I meant it. But there are times that I go away and I'm like, oh man, like I shouldn't have said that.
Right.
And I will come back. You don't even need to prompt me.
Right.
Right? Because I have, look, I had the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
I have Jesus living on there. Like, right. So there's this conviction that comes up on me and I'm like, oh, that wasn't nice.
Yeah.
Or, that's not
that's not what I really felt.
Or that's not what I was really angry about or whatever. And I will come back and I will make it right.
Right.
Right. So I do have the ability unprompted to do that. Right. And then if, so there's that. But I also have the ability that, again, if I said it, I meant it. So even if you come to me and you're like, yo, you made me feel X, Y, and Z, I'd be like, I meant it.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm so, like, you know what I mean? It is what, I'm not taking it back.
Right. Well, I don't think it's about taking it back. I think it's just about reflection, right? Like, I think there is no reflection because I meant it.
But
give me an example because I want to be clear here. I don't want to be like, if you come to me and you're like, some situation's going on and you say something from a very angry place, but it's not how you truly felt. And yes, you're going to come back at some point and say it. But in that moment, you didn't.
Yeah.
In that moment, you said it and you're telling me that you meant it as your friend. that's kind of hard to swallow sometimes, right?
Yeah.
So I either need to know that our relationship is strong enough that at some point you and I are going to have a conversation. And that goes for any relationship, right? So that goes for any intimate relationship. But so keep going. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
So,
I just want to.
So I guess an example of something like, because I think that sometimes you tell people hard truths, right? And that's a part of love.
As long as that truth, right? And just to clarify, I'm sorry.
Okay.
As long as that truth is truth and not something that's opinion. Right?
No.
Okay.
I mean, truth as in, this is life.
Gotcha.
And this is the reality of things.
Just so clarification.
No, I don't mean, just like that sweater's ugly.
Be like, that color, don't wear it no more.
Yeah, you don't
But it's my favorite.
You don't need bangs.
Shelf head. Oh, Lord.
That's not just an opinion.
Someone's going to walk up to you and be like, hey, shelf head. I'll be like, you know what? It's the truth. You want to feel it? It's weird. Everybody free game.
No, but I mean, things like, when another person wants to make you responsible for their happiness.
Okay.
Or, you made me feel X, Y, and Z, or you made me do X, Y, Z. No, I didn't.
Right.
No, I did not. You decided on that. Right. So that's a reality. Right. So I can understand you saying that something that, whatever I did or didn't do is kind of a boundary for you or whatever this and the other, but you're not going to get me to own that, whatever I did or didn't do or however you perceived it, and then you acted a certain kind of way, and which then made me mad, because that's generally how interactions go.
Yeah.
And then your thing is, well, you did X, Y, and Z, which upset, and that's why I did. No, I'm not taking ownership of that.
Right.
No, I'm not. So it comes across like I don't want to accept that I hurt your feelings, or that you felt a certain, you know what I mean, or whatever the case may be. You didn't like what I did. No, that's not it at all. If you want to talk about the real issue, we can talk about the real issue. What I'm not going to take ownership of is your punk ass response.
Right.
I'm not going to take ownership of that.
So how
I didn't make you do that.
Right.
So
go ahead. I didn't want to.
So I'm saying those are things that it's like I said it and I meant it. So that can come across very hard when I say that. But these are principles. These are facts. This is life. This is grown-upness.
Yeah.
This is ownership and accountability.
Right.
And so if that's not the space that you're in and you can't own that, I'm sorry. I'm not like...
So how do you get that across to the partner? How do you...
Jesus.
Somebody who's...
This legitimately did turn... How did this turn into...
A therapy session? I don't know. But
what I'm talking about is even just getting the foot in the door.
I know, but that's what I mean. But these are all things that have to be... Like getting your foot in the... I'm doing it again. I literally need to like swallow or something. Anyway, got it. Getting your foot in the door becomes a very superficial act then. Because if we're not basing it on realness, then it's just about your friggin' looks. It's just about the outside stuff.
Have you seen me?
You're beautiful. We've discussed this. So getting your foot in the door becomes this dance that we do with everybody. I mean, it becomes the same thing for all of us. We don't meet each other authentically. We are not vulnerably ourselves. So at that point, sure, I don't want to know all your shit before you come into my house. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just where we are. Now, me, I'm not in that space today. Like, if I'm going to have any sort of interaction or friendship or relationship with you, I'm going to know you.
Right.
And then we're going to figure that ish out on the way.
Right.
But I'm not going to just let you in to be let in. So I guess that's what I'm talking about. So these are really true and real things about who you are and who some of these women are. This isn't just unique to you. Yes, it's unique because it's autumn.
Right.
But some of these other strong...
absolutely. This is
how do you...
women,
what do you just... Hey, hi, and then... Okay, now what? Like, how do you... Because...
Did you really? I just tell you.
I don't know why I just did this.
I know you're like this, and then it was like, no, what? And then I became like a...
I'm going to throw hands walking. I don't mean it like that, but that's... I don't want it to become this sense of...
Well, no, I am who I am. I think within 5 minutes of meeting you, this is why I can't get.
Well, no.
Minutes of knowing me, I am who I am.
You are a big personality, but that doesn't
100%.
But that also brings people to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, but this is the part about and again with the compromising, and that's what I'm saying is that women who have an opinion about right and wrong and boundaries and what life should look like and what they're going to accept and not going to accept and the standard that they're going to hold this man to and all these different things. And that's the thing. I don't want a man in my life who doesn't have the ability to cover and protect, to be able to stand up, to use wisdom, to be able to speak the truth,
right?
Who can't be respectful, who can't be thoughtful of others, who can't put himself in other people's shoes, who's selfish. Like I'm not gonna be with that type of man,
right?
And I don't care if that hurts your feelings,
right?
To tell you, yo, you're selfish,
yeah,
like that's selfish. Then that's them. That I cannot I don't know how to sugarcoat.
Well, no,
you're selfish.
And
you know what I mean? Or that was a punk ass move, right? Like, yo, stand up for what's right.
Yeah.
Stand up and tell the truth. Stand up and protect what's yours.
Yeah.
Those are things that I need you to authentically have. I can't teach you that. And to be quite honest, I don't want to.
Right.
So when I'm faced with that, I'm going to tell you that's what it is.
Yeah.
Because that's the root of and that's what I'm saying. It's not opinion.
Right.
That's fact.
And I think that all those things exist in a man.
Somewhere.
I think they do. I think there's two problems here. The pool is very small in our general vicinity.
Well, and I'm 42.
Well, but even
I think the older you get, obviously, people
and I know for a fact that those men exist because they do. It'd be weird if you only made the woman and then here we go. We don't have any counterpart to that. I think that person absolutely exists.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my foot in my mouth here too. I think that I'm gonna say this without making it some kind of thing. I don't know how to tell you to not expand your horizons. Obviously, that's not a problem here. You know what I mean? It's not a matter of trying to find. I think the pool is just genuinely
two people.
Tiny. It's like a hot tub.
It's like a school friend.
Yeah, but I think that all the things that you're asking for are just innately good human qualities that people should have.
Yeah.
And it would be really interesting, and I hope that we do this to get a male counterpart on here to have that conversation.
I hope men respond.
Yeah, I'm sure they.
Oh God.
I maybe.
You know what
I don't know.
Well, maybe if you wasn't so.
Yeah, and you know what? We don't need any of that. Look, you can step. I don't even care. I don't have time for that.
That's why it'll never be you.
Yeah, right. Bye.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I think that it's truly if all these females exist with these type of qualities, I think that there is an absolute opposite of that for each of you. I just think that it's hard to.
And here's the other part about that, and not to cut you off, but to just interject in that space. That I think that when you look at it, life used to be in a space that allowed women to be more authentically and naturally soft and nurturing and just what we traditionally, because obviously the idea of traditional roles and what we traditionally think of women came from somewhere, right?
Yeah.
That came from somewhere.
Right.
So that place that came from, that women were able to walk in those spaces because life, society, circumstances kind of allowed it, right?
Yeah.
And then as society changes and as the norms change and different things like that, women have been forced through a lot of reasons and to change and adapt and to take on some traits and things that I think honestly don't really even come naturally to women, but that they've been forced to have to step into those spaces, but then they get punished for it. And that's the part that I'm saying. It's like you force society, life, circumstances, men even in some circumstances, force women into a place of having to take on some more of these roles. Yeah. And then they turn around and they are offended by it.
How dare you?
Yeah, they're like, what is this?
Yeah.
It's like, well, this isn't what I want it to be.
Yeah.
This is not what I set out to be. I'm not trying to be in competition with you. Trust me, I don't want to be, right? I'm tired.
Yeah.
I want to sit down and relax.
Or the opposite. Or this is what I want. This is what I want. And I'm okay with that. Why can't we be on that same page?
Yes,
yeah.
And that's fine too. But I think more so than not, I think a lot of women, and especially if they really sat down and got honest with it and really reflected and thought about what that actually looked like and what it means. I think a lot of them would say, yo, no, I'm tired. Yeah. A lot of these traits that I'm doing and adapted to, I've done it because life has forced me into it. But if I had the opportunity for a partner to kind of take on some of this stuff, I'd be like, man. Yeah, please, by all means, let me put some of this on your plate, right?
Yeah.
So, but as it stands, that's not an option. So I gotta do this.
Yeah.
But then you look at me and you are offended or you are put off by
intimidated
by.
So sick of that word.
Well, you are.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
You're intimidated by this.
Right.
But I have no choice.
Yeah.
But you punish me for walking in a space that life put me in. And so, then what would be better for me to act like I can't pay next month's, mortgage in order to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's just like this catch-22 that you're like, oh my God, Lord. So yeah, women who end up being like crafty, you know what I mean? That are
Which I'm not.
Well, there's a lot of women who are. And I think that becomes like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know.
The best woman win. Like you almost have to.
Yeah.
In order to like trick these men into being like.
I thought we were talking about actual crafts. Let's just be clear here. I went totally on the other side. Yeah, I thought we were talking about like macrame. I don't know.
Awkward.
Ooh,
no.
You meant crafty as in sneaky.
Yeah.
Got it. Not what I meant. Also not that, but not what I meant. That was hilarious. I'm sitting here going, I don't know how to use a Cricut or whatever the hell the thing's called. I don't know how to do anything fancy or make an ornament. Like
No, nobody's talking about
that. Got it. We're back. Yeah.
I need you to catch up.
My bad.
Oh my God.
Went to crafting.
Okay. So I don't know where we leave this with some motivation. Because this sounds like the end of.
Oh, I
don't know. What's the motivation?
Look, the motivation is just be yourself. And
oh my God, that's not the motivation.
It is. What?
It's not. Just be yourself. What is that? Being yourself is not working.
Don't be anything different.
Oh my God.
Don't compromise. Don't do whatever. Don't fit into a box. It is not your responsibility as a woman or a person just to get a partner to fit into a box. Don't do it. That was my 2 cents.
Okay, here's my 2 cents.
She's going to tell you to get in the box.
No, I'm not.
She's going to get in the box.
I'm not. This is my 2 cents, and this is something that I am actually talking about. I think that we have to get to a space as women where we are more comfortable and that we are willing to take a risk and a chance in walking in some of our more feminine spaces.
Such as
just saying it's okay to trust a man or trust the man in your life to make certain decisions or to kind of walk in certain spaces and things that you have normally always done, to kind of say, I am going to let him take that. And I'm not going to tell him how to do it, or I'm not going to look over his shoulder. I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to allow that. Yes, you take that. And I'm just going to sit here and relax. I'm going to relax into being the woman in this relationship. So things that we have historically, thought about as far as like that hustle and then this and that. And I don't mean hustle like you can't be ambitious. I don't mean that at all. But I mean this hustle of like, oh, I gotta think about these finances. We got this and we got that. And it's like, you know what? Maybe okay to say, you know what? I'm not going to worry about nothing but planning what vacation we take next year. I ain't going to worry about how we going to get the money. I ain't going to worry about nothing. That's you worry about that. Like, I'm saying relax into some of these spaces that we have kind of started taking on, giving somebody else the opportunity to kind of assume some of those roles. And I think that there will be a natural softening. And this is legitimately where I am trying to be. And sometimes it's even in small things. You don't always have to be right. Like even if you know the correct answer, he say something that ain't right. Like you know what I mean? Like he say something that ain't right. You just go, oh, that's cute. You don't have to correct it. You don't. Because that's why I do. But you see what I'm saying? Because even those things come across feeling very male or manly or like competitive. So I'm just saying that if there's places that you see yourself kind of walking in some things that require effort, in the sense that it's not that they come naturally to you. It's something that you have adapted, but you're doing those things makes you tired, then maybe that's what's not naturally supposed to be what you're doing. So try to relax out of those spaces, right? If you are you constantly doing X, Y, and Z, and you always like, oh my God, I'm so tired. I hate this. I'm stressed. My hair's falling out. maybe that's because that wasn't meant for you. That's what I'm saying. So the stuff that you like to do and that's natural for you and that is part of your personality and whatever, okay, well, do you, boo, right? Yeah. But I'm saying the stuff that you have just taken on because life has caused you to take it on and you didn't even realize, this ain't even me. I'm just doing it out of survival. But those things that are making you survival is tiring. I mean, can we agree with that? Yeah. Like survival is tiring. So if you are walking in spaces that are making you tired, then maybe that's not the space you're supposed to be in. Trust that man with that space and see if that works. And I think, again, it'll free you up to be softer in certain places because you can be more authentically and naturally you.
Yeah.
In some other places. We neglect those places because we're so busy doing everything. Yeah. And that's what does that make sense?
Yes, but it just didn't speak to how do you get somebody in the first place.
No, because I think maybe perhaps
by doing that,
maybe that will solve the problem. That's what I'm trying anyway. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. I'll keep y'all updated.
We'll find out.
I'll keep y'all updated. Yeah. Because I don't know any other answer. If y'all got the answer, please somebody give me the answer.
Well, and I think it's going to definitely require a male perspective to really see what that means to them.
Platypus.
Spaghetti. I cannot with you.
Sip. I don't know. Whatever. All right, that's all we got. Be more than happy to hear what you guys have to say because clearly we don't know. We talked around and around and we've got nowhere. No. But that's my motivation. Yeah. Your motivation is be yourself.
Okay. Yeah, be yourself. All right. It's good stuff.
All right. Yeah. Anyway, we hope that you guys have a good week. Follow us on all of our social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Please like us, subscribe. We're on podcasting stations, iTunes, Google Play.
Don't ask me. I have no idea.
Spotify. Don't ask me. Do you not follow us?
No, I follow us on 2 platforms because that's all I can technically manage.
Oh, my God.
Look, anyway. I can barely get out of my car unscathed. There's the electrical stuff. Anyway, continue.
We'll talk about that next week.
Yep.
Have a great week. We love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.